be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Allen now on first down. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense to the line fast.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Flushed out of the pocket. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
You know, Kate, you get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame. That's one, as this game goes on, he's got a half. It's hard on third down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They'll go. Allen. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
New set of downs for them from the 31. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. New set of downs for him from the 31. Pennick's going to throw straight away. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. Keeps on moving into the red zone. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. You're good on the play after. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Browning on into the kickoff. Strong with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up second down. Alert! Back to the air, Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills trim the lead to 1. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Wilson with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Hits his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the shotgun, Penix. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They get 23 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 43. To the air with Penix. Now trying to set up a screen. Here's Robinson. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Again, Penix to the air. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon 1st down. From the red zone on 1st. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. It's Allen out of the pistol. Headed out right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Third and long, it's Allen. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This our last play of the quarter. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Another carry for Robinson. He's got room to roam. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 13-point lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Spins away. He's got some room. Still fighting forward. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. He rolls to his right. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Ooh, a disappointing call despite the quarterback pleading with the officials. Got offensive pass interference, and that wipes away that touchdown.
Yeah, I'm Checkley because I remember some of my conversations with those white hats, and you're not going to change his mind. Once that judge makes his decision and verdict, it's over. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
his best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Allen gonna throw again. Buying some time right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
A 46-yard attempt.
Bass's kick is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Penix. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd down, it's Penix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills get the football on the first turnover of the contest. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Bills 1st down.
Now Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right. Airs it out down the... Brought in. Deep down the sideline. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. It's a James Cook touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
Penix looking to pass. Rolling left, buying some time. He takes it himself. Penix gives himself up after picking up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Here's Penix. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and 10 at the 46.
Here's Penix to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He may have taken away that quick slant. Look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. He anticipated that route. It's Johnny on the spot.
And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Allen now on first down. Right back to Kincaid, complete. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On first down, Allen headed out right. Now he'll fire it deep. He's headed back towards the center of the field.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Again, Allen to the air. He rolls to his right. He's got Khalil Shakir. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air again, Allen. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Worked through his progression. Nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released, and that sure altered the throw.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Penix working from the gun. for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's caught by Wilson. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB-receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Play action. Here's Penix. This back, it's Robinson. And they don't get any help on their 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. 3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Let's go now. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Buying some time right. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Get him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, here's Penix. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the shotgun, Penix. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12. Now Penix off the play action. That's a cut at the 4. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Rush tacks on that extra point. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
Bills 17.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Johnson with a return here. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. Wilson with a return here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, shot. Like it, Cowboy, Rose, 18 Cardinals.
Starting the half with Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Penix here from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third down, it's Penix. Malott finds that football, complete. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he stops. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On second down, Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throw here, third down. Pass complete to Robinson. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a 29-yard gain. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third through the air this game. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 18.
Bills 17.
Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Strong with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing now on first down. Allen forced out to his right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will get this inside the 30.
Gain of 43 yards. That's good for Bills. First down. A gain of 43 yards. First down, Bills.
surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Another one for Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills start the second half with some needed points. It's a James Cook touchdown. Now Allen will lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. On the move, and he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Seven Pirates.
Here's Penix to throw. Makes the ground. It's Malott. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Shotgun snap. We'll give to Robinson. This is ahead for about 5. Making the stop that time. Taron Johnson.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
To the air with Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
And the Falcons, first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Yards on the play. That's another Falcons first down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the
Here's Robinson up the middle. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Penix now to throw. Brought in. And he's going to go out with a pick of a 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. Well, this offense has run through him since the start, Brock, and now he has a little bit of history. He has just set a new record for receiving yards in a game for a running back.
What a historic performance he's had today. Truly deserving of a record. I don't want to call my shot here, but the way the teams today involve their running backs as pass catchers, I have a chance we'll see a record fall in the coming years, this record in particular.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here. Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Penix working from the gun. This one's caught. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons so likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers. And it's been done less than 50 times in league history. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons go up by 19. Now Browning nodding into the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. Chased out to his right. And Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him throwing his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Working the sideline. That's Palmer. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun. It's Allen. To the right. Pulled in by Palmer. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Working quickly here.
That's good for the Bills. 1st down.
First down throw for Allen. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. Working quickly here.
Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Again, Allen to the air. And oh, he got it! Interception! Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You knew it before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
Short pass brought in. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he's going to bring this back to the pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Bronk, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't...
Put the body on the line for his team. He lays out and gets it. Wow, that gets him the 2 points. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Falcons cover up the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix hits his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Penix here from the gun. Dumps it off to Robinson. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Here's Robinson, and he gets in, touchdown! The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. York now for the extra point.
Cade York on for the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons push their lead to 18.
49. Bills 31.
Now Browning on the end of the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Offense in the hurry up here. Allen on 3rd down. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space, find those completions outside the pocket.
Regular. 5 wide.
Allen now on 1st down. And he put everything he's got behind it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. They cross the 40 on a nice run. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing Penix. Getting out to his left. Good running here. He's across the 15. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. His shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Flush down out to his left. too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds. And that's going to bring up fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know they've got to execute and convert on these third downs. Get another shot across the bow of the ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Browning nodding into the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate. Buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. I know it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for Bills.
To the air again, Allen. He is down to the 30-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
4 more yards. That's another Bills 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Bills 1st down.
To throw again, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. Catch made, left side by Palmer. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st. In the red zone on 1st. Escapes the pocket. This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So Allen lining the Bills up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for it.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Rolling out to his left. Finds his back. It's Robinson. Shoots away from one. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Well, we've been saying his name a lot throughout this game, and he actually now has the most catches in a game, Brock, by a running back with 18 receptions.
Why does that not quite feel right? You say most receptions by a running back, 18.
And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
58, Bills 39.
kickoff. Johnson with a return here. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's our lasting image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make one of their best plays in the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shock them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear they names like Cool James, Face Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule.
Chester, sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.